Did you know that the popular idea, that General von Paulus should have defied orders and broken the Sixth Army out of Stalingrad, is actually quite unrealistic? Stick around to find out why. From July to November 1942, the German army was locked in brutal combat to capture the city of Stalingrad on the Volga River. On November 19, 1942, the Soviets launched Operation Uranus. They struck hard against the Romanian forces along the Don River, shattering their divisions completely. At first, German high command, although concerned by the offensive, believed this was just another limited Soviet attack which was frequent at the time, something that could be contained. But on November 20, when the Soviets attacked again and broke through the southern Romanian flank, it became clear that something far bigger was underway. The Soviets were aiming to encircle the entire Sixth Army at Stalingrad. At that moment, there was still a slim chance for salvation. A rapid, organized retreat, abandoning most heavy equipment, could have allowed the Sixth Army to escape. But that opportunity was extremely brief. By November 23, when Soviet pincers met near Kalash, the trap was closed. Despite the encirclement, the Germans didn't immediately consider the situation hopeless. After all, surrounded German forces occurred in the past and had been supplied by air before. However, reality hit hard. The Luftwaffe was simply incapable of supplying an army of nearly 300,000 men under the harsh Russian winter conditions. The Sixth Army's condition deteriorated rapidly, turning it into a starving, exhausted, and increasingly ineffective fighting force. Meanwhile, the Germans scrambled to organize a relief effort. Under Field Marshal von Manstein, a force was assembled to break through the Soviet lines and rescue the Sixth Army. The operation, called Winter Storm, began on December 12, but the Soviets were well prepared. They had stationed strong, fresh armies directly in Manstein's path, slowing his advance to a crawl while continuing to tighten the noose around Stalingrad. On December 16, the Soviets launched another offensive, Operation Little Saturn, threatened Rostov, the gateway to the Caucasus, and endangered the rear of Manstein's forces. It was under these dire circumstances that some historians imagine von Paulus should have disobeyed orders and attempted a breakout. But let's think about it. His army was depleted, critically low on fuel, ammunition, and food. To march 30 kilometers through open, snow-covered terrain, while facing encirclement by fresh Soviet armies on all sides, would have been a death march. So, what do you think? Could Paulus have done more, or was he truly trapped? Let's hear your thoughts in the comments.